Hello, everybody. This is Maxjyork here, coming in with another topic I want to talk about today, and it's just something that I've just seen. Uh, now I've been noticing this sort of issue over time, but it's just something that I really needed to talk about. One of the things is that with is scalpers. More and I know like scalpers in general, it's like they are essentially just almost everywhere in terms of like pop culture and everything. Like I've seen, like the new graphics cards and everything. It's just getting to the point to where like you have either you're real early or or you just need to wait it out and then like more stuff will come out. But like yeah, it's like scalpers in general. And the only reason I want to talk about it now is because it it kind of affects me, and that's Pokemon, the TCG, the trading card game. I collect Pokemon cards. I'm more of a casual fan more than anything. I do keep up with the sets, and if it's whenever a new set comes out, like I do go out and I try, like I buy at least like a couple packs, just to at least like get the feel for it, and then like I'll, most of so I'm a casual fan. But like over these last couple of weeks, like I've seen videos from top creators of people who like who opens Pokemon cards. And and even in the news, it's like it has gotten so bad to the point to where like uh guns is getting pulled out on people, just over a card game. Like get like guys like Pokemon's popular and everything, but it's still a kid's game, and yeah, it's like you really gonna pull out a gun or for just for over cardboard? Are you really gonna like fight somebody over some cardboard? And I have seen videos to where like people are like waiting outside of a store, then they stalk in, and then like they rush in, and like they're like carrying like if it's got like Costco or Sam's Club, like they're carrying like big boxes. Like they're carrying like the whole display case and everything, and they're just taking it, just huge chunks of Pokemon product, and it's just like and it's real baffling to see, even when you hear, like yeah, it's like the gun being pulled out or people fighting over stuff. And I've actually saw a video from Leonhardt, and he was talking to some game stores, and it's like not only one dude from GameStop, but he also there's another game store that he went to, and he said that like people will like fight for these things, and it's just like, dude, I really can't believe that that it's getting that bad. And so, and with the new set that came out, the Prismatic Evolutions for Pokemon has come out, and man, like it's gone. The instant it puts up, it is gone. I've tried to look, I've tried to go around some of my places just to try to find it. Like like when you talk about like a wasteland, it's gone. Oh, sorry, excuse, had a burp. But and then like I started to dive deep into it. Like I started watching some videos of, like some people like in their testimonies and whatever, seeing like, is like, who to point the finger at. It's like, in this day and age, like everybody wants to blame somebody. And one could, like the easy point is like it's them freaking scalpers over there, like they're the problem. you know I was like, well, it's like, well, yeah, it's like, yeah, they are essential. They are basically like the problem and everything. But it's also, but like some people have also pointed out, it's like, oh, it's like it's the Pokemon company in itself, like they're the ones that's like kind of not releasing enough product. Which, but then like there's also, but then like I've also heard other people's like, well, it's like you can't necessarily blame them. Like they're trying to do the best. Which, from my experience, is like they do come out with more product over time, especially when it's a set that everybody will want. So they're rolling it out. Are they slow? Yeah, they are slow, I will say. But they're not. But they're essentially like not the sole reason. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't necessarily suspect a business to basically have their customers' heart. You can't expect heart from a business, an entity, because all they care about is making a lot of money as soon as possible. And then, and speaking of that, retailers, some of these retailer, big box retailers, like Walmart, Target, and all them, like, can we like look at them and blame them as well? Which, again, is like it's kind of a gray area where like you can, uh, but it's like you can blame them, but then you also got to realize that, like, again, they're a business. They, whatever product they get, they want it to be out the door as fast as possible. So if somebody wants to go in and just steal and just take like buggies, carts filled with Pokemon product, like they're gonna allow them, like, because they're gonna get money from it. So I mean, I have seen where like some places, or I have seen where like they're like, oh, it's like you can only get one or two products. You can get like one big box or two small things. They, like that is essentially like kind of the answer, but it's still, but then like again, I don't even think that's even working, because like I've seen where like some retailers is not even gonna like just sell Pokemon product in general, because like it's just such a heartache, because like people are fighting, essentially fighting. So it's just getting to the point where like now it's like the risk outweighs profits, and it's just one of those rare moments where like you see these big retailers actually look into the safety of the customers and the workers. It's just one of those very. I was like, that's just how popular these Pokemon products are. Uh, and the one that I really, the ones, and in my mind, like the ones that I mean, I myself was like, as much as I want to get the new set, as much as especially the one of the big boxes, prismatic evolution. I think it comes with like a playmat or something. uh it's either playmat or a binder. I can't specifically remember. But I was like, I do. It's like, as much as I do want that, I'm not gonna fight somebody over it. It's like, if I find it, it's like, sure, yeah, I'm gonna get it. But I'm not just gonna harp on it. But the one thing I will say though is like the one thing that like I do uh hate seeing is that, like, the Pokemon in general is for kids, and that is just essentially the one thing that I really hate out of this whole situation, is that the kids, they don't understand the whole issue or everything. The only thing they know is that, like, they're just not getting the new Pokemon set. You know, I mean, can you imagine like a kid asking their parents like, "Hey, is like, can we go get the new set of Pokemon cards?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take you after school." And then after school, was the school's over, and they go to Walmart or GameStop or somewhere, and it's gone. It's gone. So like a kid, like, it's just that things of nature where, like, I think that is something that I think is the most alarming, is that Pokemon product. I mean, that's essentially why, like, I don't necessarily care if I get the cards or not, because I first and foremost, like, I want the kids to be able to get the Pokemons and stuff. I, a grown adult, is not going to fight over a kid's game. uh would I like to have them? Yeah, I would like to have them, but I'm not. uh I would very much want the kids to have it as well. So really, like, in this case, it's like, what is there to do? Like, should Pokemon print out more cards? I mean, they could. I mean, they can. And which, over time, like, with I've been collecting cards for like a little over a decade. I've been collecting cards, and I have seen to where, like, when Pokemon is going to do whatever it takes to milks a cow, because like I said, they are a business. They're gonna milk every single cent out of a cow, which is prismatic evolutions, and they're gonna do and they are going to print these out like these like I'm pretty sure that like this whole year in general, like they're gonna come out with more and more and more prismatic evolutions, which would, not gonna lie, is like which not gonna lie, it's probably like beneficial for the people. It's like they do just come out and just start printing out these cards uh a lot. Uh and I'll say this is like I give it a couple months, and then you're gonna be able to walk into a Walmart or GameStop or somewhere, and you are able to buy a pack of prismatic evolutions, or you're gonna buy a box with prismatic evolutions inside of it. Because like Pokemon, whenever Pokemon like they come out with a new product, they always do like add in uh packs from like different sets. So later on, more and more prismatic evolutions is going to come out. So what I will say is be patient. Just be patient. Over, like we've seen this thing before. It's gonna happen in the near future. Just be patient. If you are fortunate enough to get your hands on it at first, great for you. That's good. But for everybody out there, that's like, but for all you scalpers out there, man, fuck you. It's just not it. One thing I was, and oh, another thing I will say, out of all this is, don't secondhand, don't buy secondhand, okay? Because like it's just these people with a quick buck that's just trying to double, triple, quadruple their money. Don't give that to them. Don't have FOMO come at you. Don't get hit with FOMO. I mean, don't get hit with FOMO. Just wait. Just be patient. Over, like, years, like years, um, has told me, like, just be patient. I remember when the PS5 first came out, like everybody was scrounging to get one, and but then like at that time, like PS5 just now come out and they only got like two games. Yeah, you can play a PS4, but come on, it's like who will want to play a PS4? Oh, who will want to play a PS4 and a PS5? But over time, PlayStation. But then over time, like they come out, they're always gonna come out with more because, like I said, these companies they are going to, whatever makes them money, they're gonna do whatever it takes to bring it out so they can get more money. So just be um, and not only that, like support your local game store. You know, uh, support your local game store. In whichever way they're possible, because like that's also another thing. I'm kind of running out of time here, but but just to keep it short, your local game store. I mean, like even if you're not getting the pat, even if you're not getting the prismatic evolutions that you want or the new set or something, just get something. Help them out because they got bills to pay. Just just buy something. Even if it's like like $5. You know, uh let's like, keep them in business, and hopefully keep them in business at least like long enough to where like long enough to where like they're able to get a new set and everything. But that is all all I got. That's all I gotta say. Well, not all I gotta say. I'm kind, like I said, it's like I'm only on a 15-minute time limit here. But but yeah, that's just the hype. That's just the things that I wanted to talk about. Um, in the comments, like let me know, is like as this affect you in any sort of way. Like what other stories out there. Uh, what are other solutions out there that people can do. Just anything in general. And um, okay, all right. Last goodbye. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.